Okay, now we're going to talk about resilience and positive emotion, because building resilience is key to being able to handle difficult things, and there's no shortage of that these days. Okay, so today in my series of resilience, I'm going to talk about positive emotion and the impact it has on resilience. So obviously when things are difficult, people aren't feeling that positive. But it is one of the key findings, again referring to Martin Seligman's work with positive psychology, otherwise known as the science of well-being. Connecting with positive emotion and savoring those positive emotions can build up a bit of a reservoir for us to draw from, and it can be helpful to step out of something negative and get into something positive. So when things are difficult, it's normal for our brains to bring forward worry or concern, anxiety you might call it, or stress, these kinds of things that are meant to focus our attention in narrowly on the problem at hand so that we can focus on it and presumably solve it. Find some kind of solution, move away from the problem, dissipate the problem itself, come up with a solution, whatever it is. So these negative emotions, so-called negative emotions, they have value: fear, anger, sadness, trauma, these kinds of things that we'd rather not sit in for very long, pain, these kinds of concerning things are valuable for letting us know that there's something to be done. However, this biological thing we've inherited for our brain to focus on that isn't always helpful if there's nothing that we can immediately do about it, and even more so if it keeps coming up. All that is to say, being able to look beyond the problem at hand, look beyond this stressful situation, this anxiety, these concerns, to broaden and build positive emotion, as Barbara Fredrickson's work shows. So when we talk about positive emotions, what do we come up with? Real common one is gratitude, being grateful for the things that we do have. Sometimes that can be triggering when people say, well, you broke your leg. Well, hey, the good thing is the other one's not broken. Well, thanks a lot, pal. That doesn't really help. But when it comes to people getting stuck into a negative spot, there are three things that come up that I'll start with P. We're talking about it's not personal. So this isn't about you. It's not like you've hurt yourself or this negative thing is happening because of something that you've done. So it's not personal. That can help to detach some of the negative emotion from that. And it's not pervasive. There's another P. So that means it's not everywhere. If you hurt yourself, it's not all of you that's broken. Or if we can't go out to see our family or our friends, we can phone them on the phone. We can do a video call. We may be able to meet outdoors or have a social distance conversation. It's not everywhere. There are areas where this negative thing doesn't cross. It's not pervasive. And the third one is it's not permanent. So this isn't forever. Again, if you break a leg or something like that, it's going to heal. You're going to get back to where you were, hopefully all the way. And these are the kinds of things that we're talking about, to be able to understand how we may want to set aside some of this negativity. And we can focus on the broadening and the building of our experience. So there are positive emotions that we all experience, and they're different for everybody as far as what people connect with. There's joy, happiness, satisfaction, gratitude I've mentioned before. You can feel good from touch or from music, or from taste, all of your senses are capable of positive things, and within each one of those there's a broad set of enjoyable positive things. And so it's thought that our brains give up to 5 times the weight to negative things as we do to positive things. So this is likely inherited for survival, because if you're standing in the meadow noticing what a beautiful sunshine it is, and that's just as important as the wolf circling, you got problems. You're going to get eaten and you won't have survived. So we are the ancestors of the people who knew how to act appropriately on concern. But now we're looking for more than that in our lives. We're looking for thriving even when things are difficult. So what kinds of positive emotions jump out to you that you can savor in your life? What kinds of positive things can you turn to even when things are bad? Because when things are bad, we can focus on them enough to recognize that maybe there's something to be done, or maybe we need to wait for it to heal, or wait for government regulations to lift, as much as we may not like that. It's not personal, it's not pervasive, and it's not permanent. And we can move into positive emotions as we learn to savor and give weight to the positive things in our life. As you have autonomy over yourself, you get to decide how you experience life. This shift is something that's taught, understood by science, and something that I hope you can recognize. And if you want more help with it, certainly reach out to me. I love talking about this stuff. Thanks for watching.